Hello, and welcome back to the Deep Dive.
Hello.
Today, we are going to do something a little bit different.
Yeah, we are.
Usually, we take this massive stack of articles on really complex topics like history or technology, and we just break them down at a really fast pace.
Right.
But today, we are slowing things down. We are focusing on something we all use every single day.
Language.
Language.
All right.
Specifically, the English language.
That's right. And we have a very specific mission today. We're looking at a stack of sources that are all about one thing, really.
And what's that?
How to stop saying very good.
Ah, yes.
We want to help our listeners, especially those who are, learning English or just want to polish their skills, to sound more natural, more expressive, and more confident.
Very good. It's the phrase we all use, isn't it?
It really is.
How was your day? Very good. How was the food?
Very good.
It's safe. It's easy. But according to the research we have here, it's also a bit boring.
A little boring. And it doesn't really tell a story.
No.
And it's not just about being boring. It's about precision, It's about connection. When you rely on very, you're diluting your message.
Diluting it. How so?
Well, we call this semantic bleaching. It's like washing the color out of a bright shirt until it just looks faded.
Semantic bleaching. I really like that term. It sounds like we're taking the power out of our words.
That's exactly what's happening.
So our goal for this deep dive is to put the color back in. We want to help you paint a picture with your words.
Exactly. And we have a clear roadmap for this episode. First, we're going to talk about the very trap.
The very trap.
Why do we fall into it? And, more importantly, how do we fix it with something called strong adjectives?
Yeah.
We'll explain the grammar behind it so you understand the why, not just the what.
Okay, that sounds useful. And then
we're going to settle a debate between three heavyweight words.
Which are?
Excellent, amazing, and outstanding.
Ah, the big three. Are they the same? Can I just use them interchangeably?
Well, the answer might surprise you. We're going to look at the nuance of these words.
I'm looking forward to that.
And finally, we're going to head to the dinner table. We have a whole section on how to compliment food.
Oh, this is so important for social situations.
It is, because saying it is very tasty is nice, but saying this tastes like a labor of love, well, that's a whole different level of connection.
It really is. And just a note for our listeners, we are going to take this slow.
Very slow.
We want to make sure every concept is clear. We want you to really absorb these words so you can, use them tomorrow.
So get comfortable, maybe grab a notebook.
And let's dive in.
Let's do it.
So let's start with the first section, the very trap. I feel like I use the word very 100 times a day. Very tired, very hungry, very cold.
We all do.
So why is that a problem? Is it grammatically wrong?
It's not grammatically wrong. No, it's just weak.
Weak.
And to understand why, we need to look at the grammar. We have some great sources here. They explain a concept called gradable versus non-gradable adjectives.
Gradable versus non-gradable. Okay, let's unpack this. It sounds a little technical.
It does, but we can make it simple. Think of a thermometer or a volume dial on your radio.
Okay.
Gradable adjectives are words that can be measured on a scale. They describe qualities that have different degrees.
Just like cold.
Exactly. Cold is gradable. Imagine the temperature outside. It can be a little bit cold.
Right.
It can be quite cold. It can be very cold or extremely cold. There is a range. You can move that dial up and down.
Okay, I get that. So most adjectives we use are probably gradable. Big, small, hot, cold, happy, sad. You can be a little bit sad or very sad.
Precisely. Now, what is a non-gradable adjective?
Okay.
These are also called strong or extreme adjectives. These are words that already have the idea of very inside of them.
Okay.
They are at the absolute limit of the scale.
A limit, so you can't go any higher.
Right. Let's stick with temperature. If cold is the gradable adjective, the extreme version is freezing.
Freezing. Okay. So freezing technically means the point where water turns to ice. So you can't get colder than that in, casual conversation.
Exactly. Now, here is the rule, and this is where many learners make a mistake.
Right.
You can say very cold, but you cannot say very freezing.
It is very freezing outside. Yeah, now that you say it, that sounds wrong. It sounds clunky.
It sounds wrong because freezing already means very cold. So saying very freezing is like saying very, very cold. It's redundant.
Competitive.
Unnecessary repetition. Yes.
So this is the trap. We get so used to using the basic words, we forget that there's a stronger word just waiting to be used.
That's it.
We say very cold because our brain is lazy. We should just say freezing.
Precisely. And using that stronger word makes you sound much more fluent. It paints a clearer picture in the listener's mind. When you say it's freezing, I immediately feel the chill. I can picture the ice.
Okay, let's look at some examples from our sources. We have a list here of very replacements.
Good idea.
I think we should go through these, but not just list them. Let's talk about the feeling of each word.
I'm ready.
Okay, let's start with size. It's a common one. Instead of saying very big.
You should say enormous.
Enormous.
Or massive. Huge works too. But enormous is a great word. Think about an elephant.
Right.
You wouldn't just say the elephant was very big. That's a weak description for such a, majestic animal. You would say the elephant was enormous.
Enormous. It sounds round and heavy. It actually sounds big.
It does.
What about the opposite? Very small.
Tiny. That's the classic one. T-I-N-Y.
Tiny.
Think about a baby insect or a little chip of a diamond.
I had a tiny piece of cake.
I never have a tiny piece of cake. I always have an enormous piece.
Well, that's a choice. But do you notice the difference? Very small is a fact. Tiny is an image. It feels cute, delicate.
That's a good point. Strong adjectives often carry an emotion with them.
They do.
Okay, how about temperature again? We did very cold, which is freezing. What about very hot?
Boiling. Boiling. Like water on a stove.
Yes, that's the image. If you step outside in the summer and it's 35 degrees and the sun is beating down, you don't just say, it is very hot.
No.
You say, it is absolutely boiling out here.
Boiling. I can feel the sweat just hearing that word. There's another one too, right? Sweltering.
Yes. Sweltering often implies humidity, when it's sticky and hot. But boiling is probably the most common strong adjective for heat.
Okay, moving to feelings. This is so important for social connection. Very tired.
Exhausted.
Exhausted.
This is a big one. Very tired can sound a bit childish sometimes, like a kid who needs a nap.
I'm very tired.
But I am exhausted. It sounds like you have really worked hard. It sounds like your battery is at 0%.
0%. That's a great way to think about it. If tired is maybe 20% battery, exhausted is weird.
Exactly.
Okay, what about very hungry?
Starving.
Starving. Now, literally starving means you are dying of hunger. A very serious medical condition.
But in English, we use it figuratively all the time.
Figuratively.
Yeah.
So we're exaggerating.
Yes. When is dinner? I am starving. It adds urgency. It tells the other person, please feed me now.
I say that every single day around noon.
Me too.
Okay, here's a good one for our topic today. Very tasty.
Delicious.
Delicious.
It's such a simple switch, but it makes a huge difference. This soup is delicious. It just sounds like you are enjoying it so much more than if you just said, it's very tasty.
And what about very happy?
Thrilled.
Thrilled.
Or delighted. But thrilled implies excitement. It has energy. I was thrilled to get the invitation. It means your heart beat a little faster.
And the opposite. Very bad.
Awful. Or terrible. Or my favorite, horrendous.
The traffic was horrendous today.
That sounds much more dramatic than the traffic was very bad. Horrendous sounds like a complete nightmare.
It does, and that's the point, right? You are adding color. You're adding emotion. You're telling a story.
Now, I noticed you used a specific word a moment ago. You said absolutely boiling. That's a yes. You caught that. I did say that.
So we can't use very with these strong words. We established that. We can't say very boiling.
No.
But we can use other words to make them stronger.
Yes. And this is a key grammar point. With strong adjectives like exhausted, freezing, delicious, you use intensifiers.
Intensifiers.
Words like absolutely, totally, or completely.
So absolutely delicious.
Yes, that works perfectly.
Totally exhausted, completely freezing.
It is absolutely freezing. That is a very natural native level sentence. It flows so well.
It creates a kind of rhythm, doesn't it? Absolutely freezing. It just emphasizes the extreme nature of the cold.
So, step one for our listeners, stop reaching for very. Just pause and think. Is there a stronger word?
Right.
Can I be exhausted instead of very tired? Can I be thrilled instead of very happy?
It does take practice. You have to retrain your brain a little bit. But once you start doing it, your English will sound much more sophisticated.
You won't sound like a textbook.
You'll sound like a person. Now, this leads us perfectly into our next section. We have 3 words that people use all the time to replace Very good.
The big three.
Yes. Excellent. Amazing.
Outstanding.
These are three of the most powerful positive adjectives in the English language. If you look at reviews for movies or performance evaluations at work or comments on Instagram,
They're everywhere.
you see these words everywhere.
But here is the question. Are they synonyms? Can I just pick one out of a hat and use it? Does excellent mean exactly the same thing as amazing?
And the short answer is no. There is a difference.
Okay.
It's a subtle difference, but it's there. And understanding that difference is what separates a beginner from a more advanced speaker.
I love nuance. Let's break them down. Let's start with the first one. Excellent.
Excellent. This word comes from the Latin word excelle, which means to rise high or to tower over.
To tower over. Like a skyscraper.
In a way, yes. But in modern English, excellent is primarily an objective word.
It is about standards. It is about quality. It is about, checking boxes on a list.
So it's based on facts, not feelings.
Mostly, yes. When you say something is excellent, you are saying it meets a very high standard. It is professional, it is polished, it's merit-based.
Okay, so where would I use excellent? Give me a context.
Think about school or work. If you write a report for your boss, and it has no errors, the data is good, and the writing is clear,
Sure.
your boss will say, this is an excellent report.
Right, because it met all the requirements perfectly.
Exactly. Or think about a hotel. If you go to a hotel and the room is clean, the staff is polite, and the check-in is fast,
Okay.
you would say the service was excellent.
It feels very solid.
Yeah.
Excellent is a solid, reliable word.
It is reserved. That's a good way to describe it. It is not overly emotional. You aren't crying with joy because the hotel room was clean.
Yeah.
You are simply stating, this is high quality.
Okay, so excellent is for high standards, work, and professional situations. It's the word a teacher uses. Now, let's pivot to the second word, amazing.
Amazing. This is a very different vibe.
How so?
If excellent is objective, amazing is subjective. It is emotional.
Emotional, so it comes from the heart.
Yes. The root of amazing is amaze, to cause wonder, to surprise, to astonish.
So it implies a reaction.
Exactly. Excellent describes the thing itself. Amazing describes how the thing makes you feel. It makes you go, wow.
So when should I use amazing?
Use it for creative things, for nature, for experiences that surprise you.
Like a view from a mountain.
Yes. Imagine you hike for 3 hours, you are sweating, you finally reach the top of the mountain, you look down at the valley and the sun is setting, you say, the view is amazing.
You wouldn't say the view is excellent.
You could, but it would sound a bit strange. It sounds like you are grading the mountain.
I give this mountain an A+.
Right. It's too cold. Amazing captures that feeling of, wow, I can't believe this.
I see the difference. Excellent is logic. Amazing is feeling.
That is a great way to summarize it. A magic trick is amazing because it surprises you. A concert can be amazing because it moves you emotionally.
But we have to be careful with amazing, don't we? I feel like I hear it too much.
You are right. Especially in American English, amazing is really overused. We call this inflation.
Inflation, like money getting less valuable.
Exactly. People say, this coffee is amazing, my socks are amazing, that sandwich was amazing.
If everything is amazing, then nothing is amazing.
That's the problem. If a sandwich is amazing, what word do you have left for the Grand Canyon?
Good point.
So my advice to learners is use amazing, but save it for things that actually surprise you or bring you joy. Don't use it for a pair of socks.
Unless they are really, really comfortable socks.
Well, maybe, but probably not.
Okay. Excellent is standards. Amazing is wonder. Now, what about the third one? Outstanding.
Outstanding. This one is interesting. The clue is in the word itself.
Out. Standing.
Standing out. Outstanding is a comparative word. It means something stands out from the rest of the group.
So it implies a competition or a comparison.
In a way, yes. It implies superiority. Imagine a line of people all wearing gray suits, and one person is wearing a bright red suit.
Right.
That person is standing out.
Visually, yes.
So we use it for performance. If you have a class of 30 students and one student gets the highest grade, that student is outstanding.
They are better than the others.
Exactly. We often hear this word in performance reviews or awards, an outstanding achievement award.
Or outstanding performance.
Right. It means we looked at everyone, we compared them, and you were the best. You were distinct.
So let's try to apply this. I'm going to give you a scenario, and you tell me which word fits best. A little quiz.
I love a quiz. Go ahead.
Okay. Scenario number 1. You're at a job interview. You want to tell the interviewer that you are really good at your job. You always do your work perfectly. Do you say, I do amazing work, or I do excellent work?
I would choose excellent.
And
Because you're talking about professional standards. You're saying, I meet the requirements, I am high quality. If you say, I do amazing work, it might sound a bit arrogant.
a bit much.
Or just too emotional for an interview. Excellent. Sounds professional. Reliable.
Okay, scenario number 2. You go to see Cirque du Soleil. There are acrobats flying through the air. There is fire. There's loud music. You leave the theater. What do you say?
Oh, that is definitely amazing.
Because the wow factor.
Yes. You are astonished. You are surprised. It is an emotional experience. You wouldn't walk out and say that was an outstanding performance unless you were a judge rating them against other circuses.
Right.
As a member of the audience, you would say that was amazing. You are breathless.
Okay. Last one. Scenario number 3. You are a teacher. You are grading essays. Most of the essays are good, but one essay is different. It is deeper, smarter, better than all the others.
That essay is outstanding.
Because it stands out.
Exactly. It is superior to the others in the group. It is exceptional.
This is really helpful. I think for learners, these words can often feel the same, but knowing these nuances, professional, excellent, emotional, amazing, and comparative, outstanding, that gives you so much more control.
It does. It allows you to say exactly what you mean, and that confidence changes how people listen to you.
Speaking of saying exactly what you mean, let's talk about food.
Ah, my favorite subject.
We all love food, and we all find ourselves in situations where we need to compliment food. You know, you're at a friend's house or at a business dinner.
And this is a place where very good goes to die.
It really does. How is the chicken? It is very good. It's polite, but it's so flat.
It stops the conversation.
Yeah.
It doesn't give the cook any information. It doesn't show any real appreciation. If I spend 4 hours cooking and you just say, it is very good, I might feel a little disappointed.
So we have a list of techniques here from our sources on how to be a food compliment pro.
Yeah.
We want to be specific, sincere, and sometimes, a little funny.
Let's do it.
Okay, technique number 1, the delicious family. Sometimes simple is best, right?
Absolutely. You don't always need a long speech. If you just take a bite and you want to be sincere, just swap very good for delicious.
This is absolutely delicious.
Yes. Remember that intensifier. Absolutely delicious. Or if you want to go a step higher, perfection.
This meal is perfection.
That is a very strong compliment. It means you wouldn't change a single thing. No more salt, no less heat. It is perfect.
Another simple one from the list is great. Everything tastes great.
It is simple, but if you say it with a smile and with enthusiasm, it works. The key with these simple ones is sincerity. Your tone of voice matters so much.
Right.
If you say it's great with a flat voice.
It's great. Yeah, that sounds like I hate it.
Exactly. You have to mean it. Wow, this is great.
Okay, so that's technique 1, simple replacements. Technique number 2 is where we get fancy. Descriptive details.
This is for when you really want to show you are paying attention. Don't just talk about the food in general. Talk about the specific parts of it.
The sources mention 3 categories here: flavor, texture, and visuals.
Let's start with flavor. Instead of good, try to describe the balance. The seasoning is perfect.
Or, it is the perfect balance of sweet and savory.
That is a great phrase. Sweet and savory. Savory means salty or spicy, not sweet. Many great dishes mix these two things.
Right.
And if you can identify that, it shows you have a sophisticated palate.
A sophisticated palate, that means you are good at tasting.
Yes.
What about texture? I think learners often forget to talk about texture.
Texture is huge. It's how the food feels in your mouth.
Yeah.
If you are eating meat, you might say, the meat is so tender.
Tender. That means it is soft and easy to cut, easy to eat.
Right. The opposite of tender is tough. You never want to say the meat is tough, but saying it is tender is a very high compliment.
What if I am eating something fried, like French fries or fried chicken?
Then the magic word is crispy.
Crispy.
The crust is so crispy. Everyone loves crispy food. It implies it is fresh and cooked perfectly.
So, tender for meat. Crispy for fried things. What about bread or cake?
Moist or fluffy. This cake is so fluffy. It means it is light. It is full of air.
And then visuals. We eat with our eyes first, don't we?
They do. Before you even take a bite, you can compliment the food. The presentation is phenomenal.
Presentation. That means how the food looks on the plate.
Yes. Is it colorful? Is it arranged neatly? Or you can use the word mouth-watering.
That looks mouth-watering.
It means it looks so good that your mouth is literally producing water. You are ready to eat.
It's a biological reaction to good food.
It is.
So be specific. Don't just say it is good. Say the meat is tender, or the sauce is savory, or the presentation is stunning.
Exactly. It gives the cook specific feedback. It tells them why you like it.
And technique number 3. This is my favorite. Acknowledging effort.
The heart compliment. You have to remember cooking is work. It takes time. It takes planning, energy.
So you aren't just complimenting the taste. You're complimenting the work.
Right. And one of the best phrases you can use is, I can taste the love in every bite.
I can taste the love. That is so sweet.
It is. It acknowledges that the cook cares about you. It turns the meal into an emotional connection.
Another good one is, you have outdone yourself.
You have outdone yourself. That is a common idiom. It means you usually cook well, but this time you went even higher. You beat your own record.
We really have outdone yourself with this lasagna.
Or you outdid yourself. Either works.
Got it. And a phrase from the sources that I think is very poetic. This tastes like a labor of love.
A labor of love. This is a beautiful phrase. It means work done not for money and not because you have to, but for affection.
Right.
If someone spends 5 hours making a complicated stew for you, that is a labor of love.
And if you say that to a host, they will beam. They will be so happy.
It is the highest form of praise because it validates their time.
Okay, technique number 4. This is for close friends. The playful and funny compliments.
Yes. Sometimes you don't want to be so formal. You just want to be funny. You want to make people laugh.
The sources gave us some hilarious examples.
My favorite is, I want to move in and eat this every day.
That is a classic.
Yeah.
Can I live here? It says,
Yeah.
Your food is so good, I am willing to change my address.
Another one is, if I could marry a food, this would be it.
That's very dramatic.
It is hyperbole,
Yeah.
exaggeration. But among friends, it works perfectly. I want to marry this pizza. It's silly, but it gets the point across.
Or how about, you should open a restaurant.
That is a huge compliment. You are saying the food is professional quality.
This is 5-star quality.
Exactly.
These are fun. They lighten the mood.
And they show enthusiasm. If you are joking about marrying the lasagna, you clearly love the lasagna.
So we have simple, descriptive, effort-based, and playful. But we also need to talk about social etiquette, the rules of the road.
Yes, context matters. Complimenting a friend is different from complimenting a chef at a restaurant.
Let's talk about scenario A. At a restaurant, you just had a great meal. The waiter comes over to take your plate. What do you say?
You can say compliments to the chef.
Compliments to the chef. It sounds a bit formal, doesn't it?
It is formal, but it is very nice. It tells the waiter, please go back to the kitchen and tell the person who cooked this that I liked it.
Do waiters actually do that?
Sometimes. And even if they don't, it shows you are polite and appreciative. It makes you a good customer.
You could also use that comparative structure we talked about with outstanding. Something like, I have never had a better steak than this.
Yes. That is a great way to make the restaurant staff feel good. This is the best pasta I've ever had. It makes their day.
Now, scenario B. This is the tricky one. The danger zone.
Oh, no. I know what's coming.
You at a friend's house. They cook for you.
Yeah.
But the food is not great. Maybe it is burnt. Maybe it's too salty. Or just weird.
This is a social minefield.
What do? You can't lie and say this is the best meal ever. That feels fake. But you can't be rude.
The rule here is focus on the experience or the effort, not the taste.
Focus on the effort.
So you don't say, this tastes delicious. You say, thank you so much for the home-cooked meal. It was just what I needed.
Ah, clever. You are thanking them for the act of cooking, not the result.
Exactly. You are praising their hospitality.
Yeah.
It is so nice to have a home-cooked meal. That is true, even if the food is burnt.
Or if it is a dish you really don't like, you could say, I have never tried this dish before. Thank you for introducing me to it.
Thank you for introducing me to it.
Yeah.
That is very diplomatic. It acknowledges the new experience without saying, it is yummy.
It protects the host's feelings. And that is the most important thing at a dinner party.
Exactly.
Finally, scenario C, social media. We all see pictures of food on Instagram or Facebook. What do we comment?
This is where you can use emojis. The drooling face emoji is the international symbol for that looks tasty.
Or specific phrases. Finger licking good?
Yes. Or a very popular one right now is drop the recipe.
Drop the recipe. That means please post the recipe because I want to make it.
It is a high compliment. It means the food looks good enough to replicate.
So whether you are online, at a restaurant, or at a friend's house, you have options. You don't have to just say, Very good.
You can be specific. You can be kind. You can be funny.
We have covered a lot of ground today. We started with the grammar of very.
Gradable versus non-gradable. Remember, don't say very freezing. Just say absolutely freezing.
Then we looked at the big three.
Excellent for standards, amazing for emotion, and outstanding for standing out.
And we finished with a masterclass in food compliments.
From tender and crispy to labor of love.
The mission of this deep dive was to move beyond basic English, to help you sound more natural and expressive.
And I think the key takeaway is mindfulness. Stop on that word very just for a second. Ask yourself, is there a better word? Is there a more colorful word?
Instead of very big, say enormous. Instead of very happy, say thrilled.
It is a small change, but it really changes how people perceive you. It makes you sound more intelligent, more confident, and more engaging.
So here's a final provocative thought for our listeners. The next time you eat a meal, whether it is a sandwich alone or a banquet with friends, try to find one specific word to describe why you like it.
Don't just eat it. Analyze it. Is it the texture? Is it the spice? The freshness? Find that one word. Practice finding that word.
If you can do that with food, you can do it with everything else in your life.
Absolutely. Language is a muscle. You have to exercise it.
Thank you so much for listening to this deep dive. Practice speaking slowly. Practice speaking clearly. And try out your new vocabulary today.
See you in the next deep dive.
Goodbye.